Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming this second part of my massive book haul. I filmed the first part and put that up a couple weeks ago and was waiting for a few more books to come in before I filmed the second half, and today I have that. So I'm wearing my Books Turn Muggles into Wizards shirt because it fits with the theme of a lot of the books that I got in this haul. As a quick recap, I bought a lot more books than I normally do in a month, primarily because I had some unexpected money come in. I bought a lot of books from this really cool site that I found, Thrift Books, and then I bought a lot of the other books that I couldn't find on Thrift Books, which is an online used bookstore. I bought a lot of those books that I couldn't find on there from Amazon. The first section is Harry Potter themed. So I'm working on building up my Harry Potter collection, and as part of that I am getting a lot of books that are technically repeats, but there's something different about it than what I already have. The first of those is the fourth and unfortunately final book that was published in Armenian, and that is Goblet of Fire. Again, I love the cover design. I have since seen that this is not an original cover design to Armenian, but I still absolutely love this cover design. I talked about the first three that were published in Armenian in the first part of this book haul that I will link up above or down below. Continuing the theme of the fourth book, I have the illustrated version in Spanish of the fourth book. This one took a while to arrive, and it is a chunker. It's pretty heavy. So now I have all four of the illustrated books in both English and Spanish. Next, I have the remainder of the Bloomsbury House Editions hardcover Ravenclaw. In the first half of this, talked about the one that I had, and that was Deathly Hallows. So first in the series, a little bit out of order, but that's how it arrived. So today I have the other six. I have Philosophers Stone. So one of the awesome things about these house editions is that they alternate colors on the cover. So we have black on the cover with the design all in blue. And then the next one, Chamber of Secrets, is in blue. So when you put it on your shelf, you have alternating colors. Now with the hardcovers, you could also put it with the pages out because I just love this design. So we had blue for Chamber of Secrets, black for Prisoner of Azkaban, blue for Goblet of Fire, black for Order of the Phoenix, and blue for Half-Blood Prince. Obviously, in the previous one, you saw that it finishes on black for Deathly Hallows. Now, they have these in all four houses, and they have them in softcover as well. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get all four sets in hardcover, all four sets in paperback, so we shall see how long that takes me. Another thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure, I wanted to have all of the hardcover books in English, the American versions, and all of the softcover books. When I bought them initially, I bought them in softcover, but the first book, the first ever Harry Potter book that I bought from Barnes & Noble right after it was published, so of course I bought it in hardcover. So I had to complete my paperback and get Order of the Phoenix in softcover. I have now completed my hardcover selection, although I will say I got these from Thrift Books because there's lots of them out there. And when I got Goblet of Fire, it came like this. No dust jacket. So I'm probably going to donate this one and get a version with the dust jacket because I like them to match, and I like the dust jackets with the Mary Grand Pré artwork. So the other ones that I have of that, I have Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Half-Blood Prince, and Deathly Hallows. So that is a lot of Harry Potter books in this first section. I'm not done yet. I also got 2 books in Spanish, some Spanish translations of books I already have. I got Tales of Beetle the Bard and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So I'm building up my Spanish translation version. So that makes a total of, let's see, 16 Harry Potter books that I got in this portion of the haul. Next, I'll go through the books in Spanish that I got. La Casa en Mango Street, the house on Mango Street. This is a phenomenal book in English. Middle grades memoir of Sandra Cisneros. She's an amazing author. Of course, I had to have that in Spanish too. Antes de ser Libres, I have not read this book in English yet, but I know I've heard great things about it. The main character emigrated from the Dominican Republic, and there was political intrigue that prompted the flight of her family from the Dominican Republic, and I think some of that has followed them to the United States. El Niño con el pijama de rayos, the boy in the striped pajamas. This is a very famous, well-known book, and this is the Spanish version of that book. The next 3 books are all by Pam Munoz Ryan. I love the idea of getting these books in Spanish because they center Latinx middle grades characters, and she does it in such a brilliant way in the English. I can't wait to get to these reading in Spanish. So first we have Yo, Naomi, León, Esperanza, Renace, Esperanza Rising, El Soñador, The Dreamer. Finally, I have 2 of my favorite books, and I got the Spanish translations, and that is the Strange the Dreamer series. So first we have El Soñador Desconocido. This is the same design that we're all familiar with, the design that I absolutely love. I don't like this design. La Musa de Pesadillas. I don't like this design, but it's literally the only cover design for the book in Spanish, so I got it. I wish they had gone with one of the other designs that they have from either the UK or the US edition, but that concludes my books in Spanish that I got in this haul. Next, I have just one more middle grades fiction, and that is The Song of the Quarkbeast. So I now have the entire series, The Eye of Zoltar, The Song of the Quarkbeast, and the third one is escaping me at the moment, but now I have the entire series. The last section is non-fiction. I have several memoirs and a few other miscellaneous non-fiction. First in that category, I have the recent released Promised Land. I really enjoyed this book. I read it this year, borrowing it from my library on ebook, so now I have a physical copy. This is one of the ones I got from Thrift Books, so I will have to go through and tape this together, but to me, that was not that big of an issue. So I have Promised Land and Let Your Mind Run. I absolutely love this book. Dina Castor is one of my favorite runners, and this talks about mental strength, which is definitely something while running that I've struggled with. And this is brilliant. This is like a combination of memoir and guidebook, but it's a guidebook in the sense that you follow her journey in how she strengthened her mind to bring her the success that she had in running. And the third memoir that I have is Daring to Drive. I loved this author, Manal al-Sharif. She goes through her awakening, it says that in the subtitle, to what life could offer to her, even still being part of her religion, and how she was being oppressed, and her journey to that place through the process of learning how to drive and campaigning for women in Saudi Arabia to be able to drive. The next 2 books I have are both by the same author. They are both by Sam Keane. I also want to read the other book mentioned on here. He does a compilation of stories and anecdotes about different things, all arranged around a particular theme. One of the ones I really enjoyed and found horribly fascinating is The Dueling Neurosurgeon. This one's not so much a collection, but it goes back and forth between these 2 neurosurgeons who were pioneers in the field of neurosurgery, including the man known as the ice pick surgeon. which I've read another book about him written by a relative, I think a grandson or a grandnephew. They may start off with really good intentions, but it didn't end up so well. So this is a fascinating story, but if you get squeamish at all, just beware. Then we have The Disappearing Spoon. This is a story about the discovery of different elements on the periodic table, and you'd think, that's not intriguing at all. No, this one is. This is one of his collections put together around a particular theme, in this case, the periodic table of elements. Then we have Nagasaki Life After Nuclear War. This book, it tells the stories of 5 different survivors and their experiences through the actual bombings and what happened afterwards and everything that went along with it. There's so much there that makes you think, especially if you're American, did we really need to drop those nuclear bombs? And lastly, I did show this book, Courageous Conversations, in my TBR video because I will be getting to it. I probably will have actually already started it by the time this video goes up. It's one of the books that I read daily. And that wraps up October's book haul. I'm super excited about all of these books, and I'm probably going to be filming a new bookshelf tour soon because this section right over here is going to have another bookshelf on it. Not a tall one like the one behind me, but I do need another bookshelf because I've gotten a lot of new books. You can see all of those there, and then all of the ones here that I have talked about. I'm quickly on my way to turning this into a real library, and I love it. Thanks so much for joining me. See you in the next one.